Hey everyone, welcome to another video. So today's video we're gonna do a bit of a thought experiment episode. We're gonna talk about what would happen if Halqifibrax got banned. Now there was a ban list in TCG that got published today when I'm recording this video. Halqifibrax wasn't banned in that ban list, but we can get creative and see what would happen if it was banned on Master Duel. So for this challenge, I'm literally just banning Halqifibrax from my deck. I'm just gonna take him out. We're going to have to build a deck without Halqifibrax in it. So this is my current deck. Obviously Halqifibrax is a big part of it. A lot of the combos he kind of helps start or is involved in completing them to make them, a lot better. So let's take Halqifibrax out and I'll show you the deck that I built without Halqifibrax. Alright, so here's the list with Halqifibrax banned. So obviously there have been a lot of changes. A lot of stuff had to get taken out. We took out the Fishborg, which obviously not searchable by Halqifibrax. Took out the Auroradon Deskbot package because no Halqifibrax, no searching. Still get to play DPE. Still get to play our lovely Predaplant, who did actually get banned in TCG, which is kind of funny. In the extra deck, replaced Halqifibrax effectively with Tatsunoko. Other cards that relied on Halqifibrax in order to kind of start the combo or get to that point, we've replaced. So we were able to put back in a Zeus, so we can use Zeus if we have our Bahamut Shark left on the field. Did put back in the Abyss Yugioh, so that's got to be fun. In the main deck, I played around with the numbers of cards. I added in the Foolish Barrel Goods just because, you know what, I really love this card. It searches any level 5 or higher fish, which means you can even search a Gameciel. You can search our boy Moulin Glacia here, and if you have water monsters in the graveyard, you can actually use the Foolish Burial and the Ice Barrier to send a level 5 higher monster to the graveyard and then search any monster from your graveyard and add it back to your hand. So you got a Diva in your graveyard, you got a Prince, you can add those back to your hand from the graveyard. Add the penalty of being locked into waters, which we can handle. We got lots of water monsters. So those are the changes to the deck. And I'll just show you quickly. If you can't see, I'm going to pan through all these cards here. Still got a lot of interaction for the opponent's turn. Did throw the Poseidra back in here because with the Tatsunoko, Poseidra gets a little better since we can add him to hand with Prince to make Baron de Fleur using Poseidra from our hand. So that's a neat little interaction. Alright, well that's the deck list with Halqifibrax banned. If you like these videos, if you like this style of video, let me know in the comments. Also, please consider subscribing. Alright, let's get to the gameplay. Alright, game 1 here, we're going second. So just have to see what our opponent's up to. Opponent is going to activate Drytron Nova, get a Drytron, so they're going to be Drytroning. Now, we do have Infinite Imperm in our hand here, so we're going to save this for the Mu Beta. So let's just fast forward here. Once they summon the Beta, we're going to get Negating. That looks like that's about to happen here. Now, negating Mu Beta will stop 3 pretty important things. It will stop them from sending a ritual spell to their graveyard, which would be the Drytron ritual spell that they can add back to their hand. It also stops Drytron Mu Beta's other effect, which lets you detach materials from him rather than pay the ritual cost in monsters. So 2 important effects get negated there. Also, he has another activated effect that protects monsters from being destroyed, I believe. So stop that one as well. Opponent's going to activate their Diviner. Not sure if they realize here, they're adding the Herald to hand. Not sure if they realize they activate the Drytron ritual spell and they're forced to ritual summon Cyber Angel Benten from the graveyard. I think they may have thought that they could ritual summon their Herald by detaching a material. They may have forgotten that he got negated. Hard to say though. So opponent's going to get the Benten on field. And he's going to XZ into the Beatrice. He's going to activate here. Now this is a little suspicious. He adds the Alteus to hand, discards to special summon, and then adds the ritual spell back to hand. So this tells me a couple things. Usually when they activate this, they send Eva, detach and add two fairies to hand. One of those will be a Herald of the Orange Light, which will negate a monster effect. So he still has 2 mystery cards in hand. I'm betting one of these is probably the Herald. He probably already has it in hand. So we're going to have to be careful about that. Gonna make a Link Karibo. Not the strongest opening board from Drytrons, if I do say so. Alright, back to our turn. So we want to bait some of these negates. Now we don't know what he has in hand. He could have an Ash or something as well. So let's start by activating Foolish, see if that baits a negate. It's going to activate the Beatrice. And this time he's going to send the Eva. And Eva's going to activate after resolution here. We'll send our Ice Barrier to the graveyard. Now he's going to add a Fairy and a Herald of the Orange Light. So now I'm a little suspicious. He didn't add the Herald last time, but now he's adding one. So I'm guessing he has 2. I'm guessing he has 2. I'm going to play like he has 2. So let's activate our 1-for-1. We just want to get our Prince on field here. We're going to activate Prince. In. He's going to use his 1 Herald. Detaching another Herald, so he had 2 Heralds in hand. So you're right about that. But that tells me he definitely has another Herald. So you don't detach Herald. We know he has another Fairy in hand. So now we're... Diva's going to get heralded too. So now Diva's negated in the graveyard. So Diva down. So what can we do here? We want to summon Moonland Glacier, but we need to get exactly 5 waters in the graveyard. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, but we do have Ice Barrier. So let's activate Ice Barrier, use the Ice Barrier trick here. Gonna send Poseidon to the graveyard and add Atlantean Prince to hand. And we'll summon Arbisteus, bring the Prince. Let's get a special summon of an Atlantean and a search of a Mermail. So we get our Biscon to hand here. Get our Prince on field, or Prince effect to get Poseidon on field. Now at rank 7 XE, Yugioh, let us negate opponent's monster effects. And now we got exactly 5. By detaching, that gave us exactly 5. So Moonland Glacier going to discard their last card. Now we can't get over the Beatrice yet, but I think we have ways of doing that on our next turn. And opponent's down to pretty much nothing. Opponent's just going to pass without doing anything. So let's get drawn, see what we get. Prince, that's perfect. So we're going to get that last card out of the graveyard. So real minor effect here. Can be major. While this card, face-up card has a material, level 5 or higher monsters cannot attack. That includes our monsters. That means Moonland Glacier can't attack. Our other Mermails can't attack. So we got to get that last material out of there. And we can only do it while they have a monster. If they don't control a monster, we can't activate Yugioh's effect to detach. Alright, get poppin'. Get special summoning. And opponent is looking quite dead now. Once that Beatrice is gone. That's Megalo double attack. Plus the Yugioh. Pretty awesome. Alright. Let's check out the opponent's Drytron deck. Okay, so opponent is playing classic Drytrons, except 46 cards. Not sure if you need to play 46. Oh, I wonder if they're playing the new Drytron cards. Looks like they might be. I think Alteus was one of the new Drytron cards that came out in that new set. So maybe they're testing out the new Drytron cards. They got the DPE package, of course. Gotta have DPE. So good. Gotta run them. Looks like they're running 3 Drytron Novas, the Drytron Field Spell, some negates. Alright, well, that's Drytrons. Good to see we can still win going second against them. Alright, let's go on to the next game. Alright, pretty solid hand here. We got the Teus Dragoons. That's the best start we could have. So let's get sending. Now this combo doesn't use, with Halqifibrax in the deck, this combo doesn't use Halqifibrax until the very end. So we can do almost all this combo without even needing the Halqifibrax. Gonna add the Pike, add the Prince. Prince gonna get discarded. Get added. Prince gonna special summon the Dragoons from the graveyard. Get to make our Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark detach. Get our Dragoons effect again. Get a Toad on field. Get our Moonland Glacier to hand. Special summon. Marincess Coral. Now, we have a couple options here. We could, well, now once we do this, we have exactly 5 in the graveyard. We could activate our Fusion Destiny from this position and special summon, well, first you special summon Moon Glacia, then activate Fusion Destiny, but we're going to do it a little bit of a different route today. We're going to special summon Moon Glacia. We're going to, instead of using the pop for a Fusion Destiny, which we can do next turn, we're going to lock ourselves into waters with Marincess Coral effect. And then we're going to take a little, get a little search in here, get Diva for next turn. Going to take a little peek at their hand. By standing the Gund, looks like they're playing Cyber Dragons. Playing the Gund, discarding the Gund, we get to special summon a Mermail. Now we get to special summon Abyss Alacia. That's not bad. And because we searched for a heavy earlier, we can discard Pop on their turn. So that's almost like having DPE, you know? We got our own little makeshift DPE now. Opponent gonna normal summon the Cyber Dragon. We're gonna get negated. And I got a little excited here. And accidentally detached with Abyss Alacia. Maybe a bit of a fat finger move here. That's okay. Really want that Cyber Dragon to get popped. Cyber Dragon destroyed. We'll add him back to our field here, so he can't activate effect in the graveyard. And don't get to pop anything, but our opponent is done. Alright, not a bad showing, and clearly shows you don't really need the Halqifibrax. He is a supplemental piece. Alright, let's go on to check out our opponent's deck list. Alright, opponent is playing Cyber Dragons, 45 cards. No respect for the 40 card minimum. Just throw as many cards in as you can. Looks like pretty typical Cyber Dragon cards. I don't see anything particularly unique about this list here. What is this? Panzer Dragon? That's, yeah, I've seen that before. That's something that's semi-common here. All right, not bad, not bad. Okay, well, let's go on to the next game. All right, great looking hand here. We got Diva, and we can Foolish Barrel to get Abyss Teus. So if we want, we can just do the Teus combo. But we're gonna normal summon Diva. Gonna get Princeton. This is a better line because this is gonna give us our Fusion Destiny. Are gonna discard 2. Gonna use Prince's effect to add Poseidon to hand this time, and use Tatsunoko. So Tatsunoko is gonna special summon Baron de Fleur using the Poseidon from hand. With exactly 5 waters in the graveyard, we get to discard 2. Opponent's playing Tenyis. This is probably Tenyi Sword Soul, and our opponent is done. They don't want to fight the DPE and the Baron de Fleur, so that's, you know what, that's fair, opponent. All right, let's do one more game. But first, let's check out our opponent's deck list. All right, looks like we were right. Opponent's playing Tenyi Sword Soul, so this deck's pretty good going second. He probably could have tried to play it out. You know, we had one negate only. So Sword Soul Tenyi probably could have gave it a shot, but I understand when opponents got a couple negates and a lot of interaction that you feel a little sad and wanna stop. All right, well that was a pretty good game. Well, let's do one more game and then let's talk about the deck. All right, double called. What I like to see. Stop Max C, stop an Ash. Let's get activated. This will bait an Ash. We don't need to use our called if we don't have to. Get summoning the Abyss Teus. Effect's gonna activate here. Oh, opponent's got the Imperm. Can't call the Imperm because it's not in the graveyard, so that's sad. Now we gotta go to our backup plan. Luckily our backup plan is not that bad. Gonna add Diva to hand here. We haven't used our normal summon yet. Diva gonna get summoning, get our Prince. Get activating. Had a heavy to hand. The Dragoons in Graveyard is gonna search Moon Glacia. Now to get 5, we gotta use the Abyss Teus on field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get us our Baron de Fleur. And now we can special summon the Moon Glacia, make him discard 2. Cross out Designate. And Destiny Hero Dasher, that could be any deck at all. Those 2 cards are probably in every deck. Alright, let's see what opponent's got. Ooh, Punks, that's new. That's new. Opponent is activating a Cyberdark Cannon. Well, that is creative. Alright, let's banish that. No need to let him activate that effect, and opponent is done. Alright, that was a very interesting deck. Let's take a look at what our opponent's doing. Alright, so opponent is... What a pile. Alright, well, all this is generic. He's got one copy of Cyberdark Cannon. Got random punks. Got random singleton Cyberdark cards. Is this some sort of punk deck? Am I getting punked right now? I must be getting punked. Yeah, it's got the E-Tellies. E-Telly's good. Interesting. Very strange deck list. So, I guess this is punks. I've never seen anyone play punks before. So this must be, I mean, I call this pure punks. Opponent's playing 50 cards. They got random Cyberdarks all over the place. What a list. Alright, well let me know what you think about this list. And let's go talk about how I thought about the Halqifibrax ban deck list. Alright, so how did that gameplay go? I'd say it went pretty well. It's pretty comparable to how the deck normally plays. It's a lot stronger going first. Ripping 2 cards from the opponent's hand with Moonling Glacia is still an accessible combo, even with Halqifibrax out of the game plan. It does limit a lot of our combos. It makes us a little bit less oppressive, but now, you know, we have access to Destiny Hero, Destroyer, Phoenix Enforcer. We have access to the... where is he? We have access still to Verte. There you go. So Verte is still a good potential opening line. I didn't show off in this gameplay, but definitely something you can do. Still able to make Baron de Fleur pretty easily. So, you know, I think if Halqifibrax were banned, this deck still very playable. So don't worry if you're thinking, oh no, what if Konami bans whatever card? This deck's pretty resilient. It's got a lot of different pieces. Unless they decide to go after Diva for some reason, I think the Mermail deck will be able to see play for a long time. Alright, well, thanks for watching the video. Let me know in the comments what you think, and have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye.